Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement, and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method, and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please, call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Rod Eccles Show.
You know, this whole thing about the MSNBC, yeah, it's disgusting. It is. Welcome back, folks, to the Rod Eccles Show. I'm still your lovable host, L. Rod. It really is disgusting, and it shouldn't be. These people are supposed to be journalists. Well, look, I know we've said it times. You've heard many commentator and conservative hosts and tell you that real journalism is dead and died quite some time ago. And this is more proof of that, by the way. It really is. Toll free 603-835-3224 should you wish to give me a buzz this evening while live. Dateline, Logan County, West Virginia. Now, when I saw this story, and this is from the Washington Times, when I saw this story, I was curious, to say the least. I wanted to know how this was possible in the U.S. of A. You know, considering the First and Second Amendment, I was just wondering how. Well, first of all, you have to understand this involves a public indoctrination center that we call public schools. A West Virginia mother is suing the Logan County Board of Education for violating her teenage son's constitutional rights after he was charged, legal, criminal charge, and suspended for wearing a National Rifle Association, aka NRA, T-shirt to school. And they have a picture of the kid wearing the T-shirt, and it's a sleeveless T-shirt. Now, granted, they may have, evidently they don't have a dress code, but some schools or public schools are going to some form of dress code. I mean, some are more strict than others. I think there are even public schools out there that require a uniform or uniform standard. If it isn't exactly an approved uniform, they have a uniform standard that kids have to wear on a daily basis. But Tanya Ladiri filed a lawsuit in federal court on behalf of her son, Jared Markham, who was charged back in 2013 for disrupting the educational process and obstructing a police officer after he refused to turn his NRA T-shirt inside out. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out, how are you obstructing a police officer by not turning your T-shirt inside out? I am flabbergasted. You can be arrested for not turning your T-shirt inside out? I was like, am I reading this correctly? And you're saying, well, Rod, he was probably disrupting the class. Well, hold on now. Here's the rest of the story. Now, a judge later dismissed the charges, but the school still forced Jared to serve a one-day suspension because he refused to turn his T-shirt inside out. Now, the T-shirt was an unalarming olive green T-shirt bearing the NRA logo, which is the letters NRA in black, the words protect your right, and an image of a hunting rifle, and the official NRA logo, which has an eagle and two crossed firearms. The lawsuit names several school board members, the school district superintendent, several teachers and staffers at Logan Middle School, as well as the principal at the school itself. And the school itself. The lawsuit claims that Jared was waiting in, here's the catch, here's the kicker. He wasn't in class, folks. He was waiting in the lunch line in the school's cafeteria. Now, I don't think there's any education going on in the cafeteria during lunch. But he was waiting in the lunch line in the school's cafeteria when he was physically stopped by school secretary Anita Gore. I don't know if she's any relation to Al Gore, who placed her hand on his chest. She physically touched the student and prevented him from moving forward. The lawsuit says that Miss Gore told Jared that he had to turn his shirt inside out or face suspension. After the teen refused, teacher David Burroway hauled him off to the principal's office by his arm, according to the lawsuit. The teen was later charged with obstruction of justice because he refused to keep quiet after the officer ordered him to stop talking. Now, I'm sorry, when do the police have the right to tell you to shut up? I mean, if they're placing you under arrest, what do they tell you? They tell you that, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Right? So at that particular point, most people realize, well, geez, maybe I better shut up. But the kid wouldn't shut up about exercising his rights that he obviously knew what they were. So the cop was telling him to shut up, and he wouldn't shut up. So, okay, now you're obstructing me from administering justice. What justice? There was no law broken. So the family is seeking $200,000 in compensatory damages and $250,000 in punitive damages for alleged violations of Jared's First and 14th Amendment rights. Now, look, I can fully understand if a school wants to implement a dress code. Now, if the kid broke the dress code, you would think that he would have been notified before lunch that he broke the dress. Now, nowhere in this story does it say, or in the lawsuit, does it mention a dress code. But you would think that if there was a dress code in place and that he broke the dress code, it would have been addressed by the time homeroom was done. Not at lunch. And if he's disrupting the class with his shirt, then you would assume that a teacher in which the class that he was in would have addressed the issue as well. He was evidently quietly standing in a lunch line in the school cafeteria at his designated lunch period. And he was confronted by the school secretary, not the school principal, not the school vice principal, not the school dean, not another teacher, but the secretary, who physically assaulted him by putting her hand on his chest and preventing him from moving. When he refused, he was then assaulted again by being grasped firmly about the arm and hauled off to the principal's office by another teacher. Look, folks, that is the legal definition of assault. I know a lot of people think, well, assault is when somebody punches you or harms you. No, assault is when you physically touch someone without their permission to do so. Did you know that you could actually put your hand on the shoulder of a cop? And if he didn't want you to do that and did not allow you to do that, you could be arrested for assault. All you could do is just rest your hand on his shoulder. He can arrest you for assaulting an officer. That's what that's the legal definition of assault, folks. I'm sorry, it is. We may like it, we may not like it. That's irrelevant. The point is that is the legal definition of assault. So this student was assaulted not once, but twice. Now you can say, well, Rod, he was committing a crime. There was